Hello, my friends. Welcome to Grandmama's story time. I'm Little Red Riding's grandmama, and Little Red has brought me this beautiful basket full of books. And what could go possibly wrong because they came from her school? So let's read. So the first book we're going to read is called What Girls Are Made Of by Elena Arnold. And we all know that little girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Sounds delicious. So let's take a look. The summary of this book. This book has sexually explicit excerpts involving minors. The book also seeks to normalize abortion and give accolades to Planned Parenthood. If this book was a movie, it would be rated NC-17 because of the excerpts of sexually exploited children. But this book is in our schools, so how bad could it be? Let's take a look. On page 19, I laid a towel on the sheet in case I bled, and then I watched Seth roll the condom over his penis. Oh, they're having sex. And I rested my head on my pillow, and I watched his hands push into the flesh of my thigh, spreading them apart, and I watched him maneuver his latex-wrapped erection as he pushed and tried to get inside. Page 25. So you know the girl I'm dating, Nina? She's pretty cool, but no matter how much we do it or how long I lick her, she just can't come. Page 34. Seth thrusts forward into the bed and between my legs and against the thin barrier that separates us. The hard nose of my teddy bear pokes against my back and I twist to reach it, grab it by the arm and toss it to the ground. My thong gets twisted as Seth takes it off and I hear it rip when he grows impatient and yanks too hard. I shouldn't care, but I do, because the thong is brand new and it matches my bra. And lace can't be sewn back together. But I don't say anything because Seth rises above me like a wave and smiles. And I smile back. And then he pushes into me, hard and fast, and it hurts and feels good, all mixed together. He puts one hand on my stomach to hold me still. He likes it best. He says, when I don't move a lot. When I let him be in charge, and I know too that he likes to feel him inside of me, under his hand, then back and forth motion of it. It's clear from his face when he's done, and I brace myself for a second. For the way he usually pulls out roughly right at the end, but then he looks into my eyes and grins and asks, "Okay?" "Okay," I answer. And then his eyes close and his mouth twists and a vein on his forehead bulges out and he thrusts again and again hard into the center of me. And I want to like it, but I sort of don't. And I feel him spasm and he makes a sound that would be funny in different circumstances before he is still. "Fuck," he says, collapsing against me. Page 35. Soft now, his penis shrinks inside me and then slips out. When I go to the bathroom, a runny path of semen like egg whites trails down my leg. I'm horrified. It feels like I've just peed myself. I don't know what I expected. I guess I thought it would just sort of absorb inside of me. Oh, really, I guess. I never thought about what would happen at all. The other times when we didn't use a condom, Seth would pull out and come on my stomach, or those 2 times on my back. And then he'd use his t-shirt or a sock to wipe me off. But this time, as I walked to the bathroom connected to my room, the sticky wetness drips down my thigh, a couple of drops falling silently to the carpet. Let's see. Oh, she gets pregnant. On page 105, I have options. I can continue the pregnancy. I can get an abortion. I don't want a baby. I say I'm done as I'm crying now, and I absolutely know the answer to this question. I know it more surely than any question I've ever answered, ever. Okay, says the counselor. This is California, so you aren't required to have parental permission to move forward, but we do recommend that you consider having someone with you. Equal opportunity abortion. On page 107, it continues. Have you ever had an abortion? Jesus, that's not the kind of question you ask someone. But Angie didn't look offended. Yes, she says, I'm not really supposed to talk about my own experiences, but yes, twice. Once the kind you're having with the abortion pill, and once before that, the surgical kind. I don't ask why, but Angie smiles like she knows I'm wondering. The first time, I was a little younger than you. My boyfriend and I were sexually active, but the condom we were using broke. I should have come to a place like this and gotten the morning after pill, but I didn't even know it existed. By the time I admitted to myself that my period was never going to come, I was 13 weeks pregnant. Too far along for the abortion pill. The second time was just last year. Oh, I say, were you sorry? Are you sorry? Angie shakes her head. I don't believe in God, she says, but if I did, I'd thank him every day for both of my abortions. On page 109, she says, I'm pregnant and I'm taking pills so that I can stop being pregnant, and the doctor said I shouldn't be alone. I sit on the toilet and I cramp and bleed. Liquid blood and blood clots, something that might be tissue. As I lie back for a third time, the nurse says, your uterus looks like an empty cave. Great, I say. You're no longer pregnant, says the nurse. The nurse practitioner and Angie at Planned Parenthood have helped me so much. So this book that is in our schools is pretty much, a book like this is telling kids that abortion is the way to go when you don't want to be pregnant. That's a morality issue. Also, it has been proven by sex and addictive therapists. Adolescents who view porn develop vile, violent, and demeaning views of others and how they treat their sexual partners. In this story, Seth, her boyfriend, was dominant and didn't care about the girl's feelings. It was about him pleasing himself. And she went along with it because she thought that's what she was supposed to do. This is not how we want our girls growing up to think about how sex is. Sex was created by God. Sex is to be enjoyed by two people. This book needs to be removed from our schools. It has no educational value. It, as you heard, has a lot of sexual explicit content. Please call your schools. Find out what books are in your school libraries. Help me help you. And let's get these books removed. It's not about a First Amendment right. These books can be in our public libraries. That's one thing. But in our school libraries, where we pay taxes, this is not acceptable. Until next time.